All right, so a very subdued Smarkamania for a very subdued podcast.
We just got picked up by NPR, so...
NPR presents Smarkamania Fastlane 2015.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smarkamania, episode 11. We're going to be talking about Fastlane tonight, and I hope that a lot of you out there have...
Oh, not too fast.
That's just my boy in the booth. Boy in the booth.
So, we watched Fastlane. A lot of car noises, driving noises, images of driving and road paint passing.
That was our speed correspondent, Michael. And also we have Julia, usual super kicked liaison, here for WWE Fastlane. How did you feel about Fastlane?
Don't hate me, but we went to a super kicked event last night and it totally kicked Fastlane's ass.
However, was anyone as handsome as Roman Reigns?
Oh man. Next question.
Okay.
That was Jason's entrance music.
Jesus Christ, guys. We watched Fastlane tonight.
Whew. Right? I mean, I feel like this, I guess we said the same thing after the Royal Rumble, but that's the thing. Royal Rumble, we were outraged and like, what the fuck? This is just like, whatever.
It's true. When you guys took it down to that level, that NPR level, and I just want to make sure that all of you know that if you really get up close and listen to what I'm saying right now,
I can't hear
you'll
you.
hear all the words. I can't do that New World Order intro again, so I'm just going to get on to what happened on this card. So we're at Fastlane.
Yeah, and it really did start like the old WCWs we watched. They always start with this cheesy graphics of like, it's the new blood pumpkin patch Thursday, October, whatever it's called.
Say plumpkin patch.
Yeah. But this was like, I mean, it was... Because WWE usually has amazing video production, and this was just like dark driving on the road.
I had a real problem with the fact that I obviously understand they have to drive down a road to get to WrestleMania. It's the road, so they're in the fast lane. But how come all of a sudden they become cyborgs? They all become like a situation where they're looking through like the Terminator's eye.
It's probably because I think what's going to be revealed at WrestleMania is that all along, John Cena is still the prototype.
Whoa, it's a long time coming. It'd be the greatest
You
swerve.
guys can't see my face right now, but I am very intrigued and also super stoked about that.
I think all the driving scenes, it was to set up for WWE Pictures' new Dean Ambrose film, Cash is Fast.
Cash is fast, especially if you get the gambler gimmick put on you, but it won't
It's
happen.
Cassius, like Cassius Clay, Cassius Fast. That's his character's name.
Cassius Ono.
He's a boxer / detective, and he gets results because it's real to him. Damn it! So what was the first match?
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
No, me and Mike have to have a conversation because we were the only ones here for the actual
the pre-show.
The pre-show.
Oh, right.
So it was a Miz TV with Paul Heyman.
That side was probably pretty good. I'm sad I missed it.
Of course, Paul Heyman just talks about Brock Lesnar.
Which I'm really excited to see, by the way. WrestleMania is going to be good just so that I can see Brock Lesnar again.
He's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
So what ends up happening is they sort of have a schmoz back and forth with words for wrestling's sake.
Schmozzcast.
Yeah. So we're all sitting here and like we've all gotten here to this event. This is when you guys sort of walked in. So what we all do is we just talk all over it. I have no idea what happened because you guys kept just talking over it.
That's what I like, though, is this is the true test. If a match stands out through our constant babble, you know it's good.
But here's something that struck me as odd. Suddenly, despite the fact you were just all talking, I noticed that Paul Heyman looks at Damien Sandow and says, "Hey, what are you doing? You're looking at me? You're looking at me weird." And
Yes, that was such a good part.
and he sort of goes over and says, and then the Miz is like, "No, that's my servant. If he does anything, it's going to be what I will tell him to do."
And then he starts giving him flack, like, what are you, a child? If you're gonna act like a child, I'm gonna treat you like a child. And makes
Puts
him
him in
turn
his
around.
corner. Yeah. He puts him in the corner. Yep.
That's a rebellious match waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear. I don't know if this hasn't been announced, but they're clearly fighting at WrestleMania, right? Like, we can all agree on that.
Well, that's going to be the Stardust Goldust match that they're trying out tonight, where two people that look the same turn on one another. That's sort of what we saw tonight. Yeah.
Identical twins.
Wow, that is weird because it really didn't work out so well tonight. So.
No, we'll get to that, but Jesus Christ. Let's just go to the first match. So we're all settling down tonight, and we have to sit and, like, have conversations with one another, but at the same time, talk about this match. Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Eric Rowan versus Kane, The Big Show, and Seth
My
Rollins.
thoughts on that match quickly. I can sum it up in just one sentence. Until this moment, I forgot that we saw this match at all.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe this was how Seth Rollins gets a light tap on the wrist for showing his dick all over the internet. Is like, here you go,
Here you
opening
go,
match,
open.
garbage. Even though he had like match of the year last month, he's just like, this month it's like, good luck, Seth. Show us how good you really are. Make this fun to watch.
It was not fun to watch.
No.
So the only thing that I really wrote down is, I guess, Ryback gets the old hot tag, and then remember that dirty power bomb? You probably don't. It was so long ago now. He just dirty power bombs him, which is just like a disgusting power bomb show of force to the neck. Big Show. Okay, I'm just gonna fast forward to the end of this match. Big Show does the WMD well. Kane is holding Dolph Ziggler's face over the edge of the turnbuckle, holding him in the corner. Big Show, of course, comes, punches him right in the head, and then they slow it down like 3 times just so he can relive all the ripples that go through his face.
Yeah. It's so weird too though with this match. It has Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins in it, but it's like getting to the center of the Tootsie Pop or whatever. It's like it's in there, but you're never gonna get to the middle.
And of course, what happens after that is the Kane just like pushes him down into a choke slam. I'm doing air quotes, and then a choke slam finish. So from then on, J&J Security comes into the ring, and everybody starts to schmoz it up. And that, I mean, the Authority just beats down the fired guys. That's what I'm calling them.
Yeah.
And then Randy Orton returns.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that too.
Oh yeah, and he also made Seth Rollins like leave. I guess Seth Rollins got scared or something.
He ran. He didn't really do anything, and
Yeah.
then Seth Rollins ran out of the ring, ran backstage,
building.
ran out of the building through the parking garage. Randy Orton was in the ring the whole time. Like, I don't know what he's running from.
Yeah, that's like, for some reason I never thought of it before, but something about that one cameraman chasing him that far. Like, I only worked on this movie set one day in Vancouver, but I got a little sense of how they work, and I'm like, there's no way. Like, you got your designated spot in your job. It was his idea to just run after Seth Rollins. Like, there's no way that was part of his, like, stuff for the day.
Am I supposed to be up this close with you? Like, you have to tell me? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm sort of on.
Yeah, so that's a weird thing, too, is, like, I have always liked Randy Orton ever since he debuted, just because he is, like, a natural dick. But I only like him as a bad guy, and he does wrestle a very frustratingly slow style. So if it's him and Rollins at WrestleMania, I feel like he's going to ruin Seth Rollins' match.
I've always felt like they really wanted the Viper to be the next iteration of Stone Cold Steve Austin, almost like with Corey Graves, where it's clearly like they were grooming that guy to be the next CM Punk in case he fucking went nuclear. So, you know, who was the first wrestler I was talking about? Trivia.
See if you can remember without rewinding. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't have that much stuff set up for WrestleMania, so I guess it's going to be Randy Orton against Seth Rollins, and that's cool, I guess. But I feel like Seth Rollins...
Or Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
Right. Well, it's so weird because I like Randy Orton, but I'm like, Seth Rollins deserves better. You know, but whatever. It'll be fine. It's all right. So there's that match. Boom. One down.
God damn it.
It's all uphill from here, right?
No, it really isn't, because we have to go down into a deep chasm before we get to the promised land. Which is something that Stardust would definitely say. And in this next match, we have Stardust up against Goldust.
Man, this one was a shame, too, because I love both these guys. I love even this whole angle. I love all of it, but it just didn't work.
And also on top of that, the crowd was completely dead.
Yeah, like shockingly dead. Like it just like that's where I was hoping. I was saying when Alex was there too. I was like, is it just shock and awe at like the fact that Stardust doesn't have a shirt on? but realistically, no, they just didn't care.
It wasn't.
Weird to me because like I was looking forward to that match. I've been into the whole Goldust Stardust thing, and I was like, that might be fun to see them fight each other. But no one in that stadium cared at all.
Man, that was the talk about the room. That was the one that was killing me. I'm like, I want to feel the heart-rending story of two brothers forced to fight. And everyone's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
No, that only works on the stage of WrestleMania. Like, that's the only, like, if it's WWE Fastlane this February, it's like, fuck, what? The best part of this match was honestly the kid that was holding two masks, a Stardust mask and a Goldust mask, and one of the hands was making the hand that was doing it do it to the other one, and they were just he was just bashing two masks together.
But yeah, it was sort of symbolized the whole conflict in a way that made the match unnecessary.
Not any more than this symbol. Goldust is fucking rolls up Stardust. He just rolls him up. Boom. No finishers, just.
Yeah, and then Stardust, he's a little like, oh, I can't believe I lost. And then he goes backstage. Maybe that happens later, but he beats up Goldust a little more and tells Dusty to go fuck himself.
Yeah, the whole storyline was kind of a fail start to finish. So they come into the match with the father saying to Goldust, I know he's your brother, he's crazy. Don't beat him up too badly. So then when Stardust wins, he's like, I'm sorry, but I had to. I'm so sorry. And then like Stardust is obviously bitter, being like, Daddy, you killed me. You killed me when you put me with my brother. Like, he's the worst. I hate this family. And I'm just kind of like, wow, next.
Yeah, so who knows that's one thing that's interesting too, is like there's more and more evidence that like they really don't pre-plan shit in WWE. So they probably threw this on, they're like, we'll see what happens. It didn't work, but I'm sure they don't know what to do, but I'm interested to see what they do come up with.
I mean, if you're following NXT at all, it's totally like, you can see that in NXT it's meticulously planned, and then they have so much time to write. They have so much area to fill with Raw and SmackDown that the stories just get lost in the wash at the end of the day. They just sort of like, we've been writing this story for a long time, but now we have to focus our efforts on another storyline. What was happening with that previous storyline? Oh, well, this next storyline has to do this thing. Oh, they want us to write another storyline? Wait, who's the champion? That's what I feel like happens on that grand scale. When you come down to NXT, you really... Look,
NXT's better, is that what you're getting at?
Yes. And that's the conclusion I'll always have. That was my segue to talk about Seth Rollins just taking it to Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. But actually, the one thing Keith did say, which I agree with tenfold, was that Jon Stewart's reply was very clever, and you could tell either he did some homework or he follows wrestling, because he knew what was going on. He put all the keywords in there, and he was like, I'll take you. You made the biggest mistake of life challenging me in the Daily Show, so that was cool.
So I'm looking forward to the Seth Rollins Stewart match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not Orton. Maybe I had it wrong all along.
I mean, they didn't point at the sign, but I'm pretty sure if you do, like, cut a promo on Live Vine, that means you're going to WrestleMania.
I'm pretty sure Jon Stewart also has a fan base to bring to WWE.
Which would be a great thing. So Cody Rhodes, we see in the back that Dusty's talking and to Cody, and Cody texts Goldust. Goldust is talking to Dusty, sorry, and then it's so hard to just keep up with these boys and their names. There's Dusts and Codes and Rhodes.
Someday.
So anyway, we really like it. Stardust just runs in and beats the shit out of Goldust and then tells us Daddy's an asshole. To move on to our next match, my highlight of the night.
Before we go to that, so where do you think this is going from here? This angle? Do you think it's going to Mania as well?
Yeah,
I mean, after tonight, it can't, right? Unless it's like a pre-show match. Like,
No, I think they're just gonna wheel out the Dust Brothers some more and just do the old fucking. The first match on the card tonight is the Dust Brothers versus the Dust Brothers. One of the Dust Brothers is going to be Dusty Rhodes as the special guest enforcer.
yeah, or if it was like Goldust and Dusty against Cody, maybe that would be enough to make it a thing. If Dusty's even allowed to do that, like I don't know.
Actually, the one really cool spin that they could put on this is if an exterior person during their match comes and beats on one of the brothers, and then they're like, "Whoa, that's my brother! I can beat the shit out of him, but you can't beat the shit out of him." And then maybe that might have a really good turnout.
Or a wealthy orphanage owner who comes out and says, "Cody's not your brother at all. The vaudevillains are." And that's how they get introduced.
And they have a new manager named Annie.
And Peter Pan brings out his fairy dust.
Okay, guys, let's talk about things that aren't fake. Jesus. So the following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is the WWE Tag Team Championship of the World. It's the Usos versus Cesaro and Kid. That's their new tagline. So we get this in this match.
You seem very pleased.
I am very pleased. I've been thinking about this for quite some time. We get to see a one-legged Cesaro swing in this match.
Oh yeah.
And then the next thing I wrote down was great match.
Yeah, so yeah, Cesaro's awesome, Tyson Kidd's awesome. They're the champs now, so that's cool because maybe they'll be on TV more. That's really all I want.
Yeah.
They will be on.
They'll be on SmackDown, they'll be on Superstars, they'll be on all my favorite shows.
Mind you, the promo leading into that match was lame. They did the SmackDown from 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
In the restaurant
all three
table
of you
flip.
have things to say about this. No, this was the bullshit restaurant gimmick in the background of the show that they kept showing 9 times.
Yeah.
I've seen it 100 times in the last couple of weeks, and I couldn't even really tell you what happened, but they were on some kind of double date. Also, Cesaro was there for no reason in some room that's clearly not a restaurant, where they're all pretending like it is a restaurant.
Yeah, like Cesaro wasn't even sitting, right? He's just standing next to their table while they have a nice meal.
And then they get in some silly fight and flip over the table, and that was the impetus for this whole match. And it was so stupid, and I just thought, whatever, it's one of those things you see on wrestling once, and then it's dumb. And then they've been replaying it every day for the last 3 weeks.
And every time it's like, don't forget, don't watch SmackDown. This is what you get to see.
Yeah.
So anyway, just on top of all that, Goldust just pins him.
Yeah, we
This
moved
doesn't
on.
roll
We
up
moved
and
on to Usos. Usos versus Kid and Cesaro.
We're back on tag team.
The Cesarian Kid.
Yeah, we moved on to the cesarean section of this podcast.
Oh, I will say that the thing that they had the pre whatever with them in the made up restaurant, they also put this female spin on it where it was like the girl bear with me, I don't fucking know.
Well, yeah, I
names.
think they were the ones having the meal, right? At the restaurant was the
Yes.
wives.
And then one diva said to the other, like, I don't like the way your man is treating you. He's an asshole. And then the other girl was like, don't call my man an asshole. And then the men started fighting, and that was why this match happened.
Right. Is it arguably sexist?
Anyway, Tyson Kidd and Antonio Cesaro win the match and become the new WWE Tag Team Champions of the World.
You know, I'll tell you one thing I don't care for is when they need to make it clear someone's a heel, they just put a siren in their music. Cesaro's music didn't used to have a siren in it. I don't like it.
He actually came out originally to Dean Malenko's old theme, which was like a 007 pastiche.
I remember that song.
But he had like rap over top of it. Have you ever heard that, Keith? You ever heard the, like,
Yes, I have.
C'est vrai.
To the 007. Oh, I did hear that. I remember that, yeah, because he could speak all the different languages. So yeah, it's like different sayings in different languages.
They should just put that theme back on him immediately because that's the best.
Yeah, that was good. I have heard that, and I did like it. 'Cause I knew what the French ones said.
Overall, that was actually one of the better matches of the night. That was the tag team match. It was pretty good. They had some good moves. They had some good girl talkbacks. It was fine.
Yeah, and I got nothing against the Usos. They're just, the same thing every time, but they're kind of cool.
The following contest is scheduled for a Face Off the Movie match.
The Gold Dust Brothers. Okay, so we've gone past that.
Introducing first, hailing from Greenwich, Connecticut, Triple H.
Hammerhurst Helmsley.
Hammer Hams Hamsley.
And his opponent, hailing from Pittsanoon,
Hailing Hurst Hamilton.
Sting.
This wasn't a match, really. It was
No.
No, it was the movie Face Off.
You wanna know, I almost liked this because Triple H Triple H comes out,
All bikery.
yeah, in old school Triple H fashion.
But it wasn't a cut off denim over a leather jacket. He just came out in like a denim.
Whatever, he looks fine. It was good. He came out and kind of started talking up WrestleMania and started chanting about Sting. And so then Sting comes out and I'm like, all right, this is going to get interesting. And then Triple H kind of is
Interesting.
yeah, sort of. We're getting there. I don't get that.
Because his name's Sting. Interesting. see, it's the word Sting.
That's fantastic.
Right.
So, Triple H starts off on a good note, like, hey, my legend put your legend kind of out of business, but let's work together. Let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, let's see where this goes. And then he's like, or I can kick your ass. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Damn it. And so we all know what
You
that
really
means.
wanted them to work it out by just talking and just really just hammering it out like men.
Articulating. Whip out your dicks and let's be done with it.
All right, that'd be a whole different show. I'd watch it though. Yeah.
Shoot some Hunter Hurst Helmans on each other.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Hunter Hearst Helm Seaman, I think is the word you were looking for.
That is the word I was looking for.
Regardless, Triple H
Triple
did not do
compound
that.
word.
He then went and just Sting, and Sting was having no peace.
Okay, you guys keep talking about his dick, but then Sting literally gets his Triple H goes up to the side of the ring and just gets the sledgehammer out from under the ring, because why not? Because the sledgehammer was there just ready. I'm sure they had to
Yeah, but Sting hits him first because he was
No.
waiting for a response, and then Sting went and hits him, and then he got out of the ring and got the sledgehammer.
Sting has a super bat is basically
he
what ends
does,
up
he
happening.
does. Yeah.
Then they sort of do that point at the WrestleMania sign spot, but not really.
I really just got the feeling, just the way Triple H was super overselling that bat. It was like it was a taser bat. Because it's like, all right, so Sting's got a bat to your throat. Who cares? But I just felt like if it could electrocute him, he should have a taser bat, is what I'm trying to say.
I think a taser bat would be a little bit of an overkill.
Yeah. Well,
That
Triple
would
H
be
could
really
have.
funny to do long zaps and short zaps.
I'm gonna electrocute this man in the throat. That's super funny to me.
And to make it fair, Triple H could have a rocket hammer, like from anime. Like there's a rocket on one end of the sledgehammer, so and you can swing it so hard.
I believe it's called a Buster Sword. At any rate. Triple H tries to attack Sting with his sledgehammer. Of course, Sting counters with that last tag team title match that we just watched.
But we won't have confirmation though that this is leading to a match at WrestleMania for another 30 minutes or so.
No, it's true. I'm gonna cut a promo about it right now. No.
Yeah, we got a breaking news. Smarkamania. What is his name? Triple H and Sting. By the way, do you think Triple H at WrestleMania is going to come out in a massive throne like he did last year?
He has to do it bigger than last year, which means that the entire stadium everybody has to put on ironclad skull masks with diamond plating.
They have to do it from the Colosseum in Rome.
What if Sting gets two more guys with jet black dyed hair to be Stings and he comes out as Triple Sting?
Oh, yeah.
What if he gets 3 Stings with jetpacks?
Or what if he comes in riding a giant scorpion?
What if he comes in riding 3 giant Tyrannosaurus Rexes who are also Megazords?
What if he rides his bat and pretends it's a witch's broomstick?
Okay, so who do we want to win this match at WrestleMania?
I was trying to think what you were talking about with some Batman. If he had a penis that was like really sharp on the end, like that's where I went.
I guess I want Sting to win. I don't know. Actually, I don't care.
It doesn't matter. It's more about the story, you guys.
Is it?
Anyway, we talked about that. Hold on. Match.
Right?
Right. In air quotations.
Double air quotations, just to waste your time.
You know that thing that he played the video, Sting played the video that said, I accept about this meeting? He should have just played it again. Just, I accept again. I just keep accepting. Let's just do
Wait,
something.
was that I accept? Oh, that I accept was about a meeting?
Yeah, it was
In
about
my
this
mind, when
meeting.
I
That's what it
watching,
was.
I thought.
That's why it was breaking news, Mike.
WrestleMania. Yeah, but yeah.
There were people that thought there was going to be a match between them tonight.
They were sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time Triple H had a match was last year at WrestleMania, so I don't think his next match is gonna be at Fastlane.
He created this. This is his fault.
What do you think the chances are? I guess we were saying at the start, like, you know, when you're on the network and you see those weird pay-per-views where they only made one ever. What do you think the chances are there will never be another Fastlane?
I think it's
saying
80,
90.
85,
Yeah.
85%.
But it's not a bad name because it's like the road to WrestleMania has been a term that they've been using for years. So,
Well, they could call it the
Fastlane goes with
Turnpike.
that.
I don't know why they don't call it the Road Dog to WrestleMania.
I can't think of a reason. I don't know why they don't just rename the whole company that.
Anyway, let's move ahead a little bit. We got Paige versus Nikki.
Oh yeah.
I went up for a smoke, so Keith wrote down, I hate Nikki's theme.
Yeah, I mean, Paige's music is great. Bree's music in its own weird way is great. I don't need to hear Nikki's theme.
Yeah, and they had that whole thing where, like, the Bella's, like, spray painted on the stomach, and then they fucking...
And like
make
Bailey's
them wear a
theme
bunch-
is great.
Steal their clothes and...
Sasha's theme is great. Even Charlotte Flair's theme's kind of great. Like, Nikki's theme just sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Brie, her literal sister's theme is way better than her own theme.
Fucking
But-
Becky Lynch's theme, fucking rock.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
Emma's theme.
Yeah, Emma, sure, why not? They're all better. The only person with a worse theme for the women than Nikki is Stephanie McMahon. I don't like her song either.
I don't even like her.
Yeah, so imagine just dumb music plays whenever she walks into the room.
Yeah.
You're like, I already don't like this bitch.
Exactly. Roll my eyes, wait for her to leave or get beat up.
Whereas every single time the Ascension come into the room, I rock out.
Nikki Bella
This was a
fucking...
great fight, actually.
Yeah, it was
Then
pretty
tell
good.
me about what happened in this match. What were some high spots?
Paige came out of the gate, like, dominating the match.
And then what happened?
Then Paige kicked her out of the ring and then went through the ropes and fell on top of her. And then they both got back in the ring, and then Paige started to get her butt kicked a little bit. And then Paige lost, which made me sad. I really wanted her to win this.
I know I did too.
Let's all take a
Feel
moment.
the hurt in your voice.
This would be a word from our sponsor if we had one instead. A moment of silence for Paige, please.
Yeah, actually.
Jesus' Bible. We're here and we're telling you about Jesus' Bible. Just
you know, if we're
$10.99 a month for your entire life.
If we're gonna take this somewhere, one would argue that the WWE encourages bullying.
It's true. Even the good guy, John Cena, he was
Yeah.
pushing around Paul Heyman once. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna fight you if Brock Lesnar won't fight me."
Be a star.
He's a dick.
The Be a Star campaign.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this?
No, he's be a playground star, be a little Kevin Owens, and just beat the shit out of all the kids.
No, like right before you got into wrestling, they had a connection to the Be a Star campaign, which is an anti-bullying in school campaign.
Right.
But they had Sheamus on television desecrating Del Rio's fucking like Mexican car or whatever they're called. And he took dump in it, and he was being a bully to Del Rio, and
After an anti-bullying campaign.
as being a spokesperson for the anti-bullying campaign.
And let's not forget the original pipe bomb almost taught us what a bully Vince McMahon is before it got cut off. That's what made them cut it off the air. Remember that? He's like, "You want to talk about bullies, Vince McMahon," and then it cuts out. That was the thing. Hey, Colt Cabana.
That was a work. Don't sue me, Dr. Rahman.
So anyway, what were we talking about? Paige lost, sure.
Unfortunately.
And Jesus' Bible, 1099.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Intercontinental title. Introducing first, the challenger, Dean Ambrose.
Man, that's the weird thing too. I wonder if it is just like the negative momentum of a pay-per-view, because I love both these guys, and I just kind of wasn't into this.
That last bit we talked about for way too long, and also was a negative black hole. So like a plus black hole or whatever.
Although, really, I guess since Bad News Bear came back, he hasn't really been up to much. But I like him still. I remember the happier days.
I know that he constantly loses on television
Right.
as the Intercontinental Champion.
In non-title matches.
Do you think the bullhammer should be called the boom elbow?
Boom!
The boom bow?
Yep.
The bell bow?
Hold on, I'm just trying to read my own writing.
That's okay. I can come up with names all night for moves.
Oh, anyway. Bad News Barrett gets fed up and sort of tries to leave the match after they have a back and forth. We get to see two of the...
Which was false in the first place, right? Didn't they show the promo of his hands getting tied up
Yes.
and he didn't even want to sign the contract to begin with?
This whole match is under very false pretenses.
yeah, but the match happened anyway.
It is weird because most other people have to wrestle just because someone higher up tells them they have to. I don't know why they needed a contract for this match.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were all kind of chuckling about how when he left the ring, it was like, well, he didn't even really want to sign the papers for this match in the first place. So really, this match was pointless.
And it's also not even remotely his signature. It was just his hand happened to be touching the pen when this mark was made. How is that? How is this legal?
I've signed checks like that for other people. That wasn't a question.
Is that why mine bounced?
Julia, I told you we're going to talk about this later. So anyway, as I said before, Barrett gets fed up and tries to leave the match. Of course, Ambrose gets him and brings him back to the ring. And by the end of the match, we sort of, this knockdown, drag-out situation, I thought it was a very good match, personally.
Right.
But the best part about all of it is Ambrose gets disqualified.
Oh,
For
yeah, this was
whatever
good.
reason. For whatever reason. He just beats on Wade Barrett way too hard for a few minutes. And then sort of ducks down in and asks him, Are you gonna give me this title match? He sort of continues to go with that. Excuse me.
NPR, ladies and gentlemen.
Cereal.
There was like a weird DQ where the bell never rang for like a fucking 10 minutes.
Yes. But the commentator did say, like, oh, we just got word that this match is officially a disqualification.
The bell ringer's taking a leak, but trust me.
Anyway, Dean Ambrose lost the match, but he just he picks Wade Barrett up and gives him another dirty deeds, and then proceeds to look at the bell at the like right down on the floor. Just looks right at it, picks it up, throws it down, picks it up again, and says, "Wait a second, I can just take this." Leaves with the belt. One of my
The new Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, exactly. That's how it works, right? I've been an advocate for the kind of people that steal a belt even though they don't own it.
Yeah.
To have that belt, it's their own prestige.
I do love it because they were talking about that just last week. It's like, if someone you take their belt and they can't take it back, I mean, who's really champ? So,
I was talking about that just yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm into that. That's cool. And it fits with Dean Ambrose, too. He's like, fuck all these rules.
That was a thing for a while, right? The 24-hour, the hardcore title was like a
Yeah.
24-hour belt.
Yeah, I mean, they still needed a ref to be there to oversee the pin.
Oh, yeah,
But,
that's
those were good days. I like that.
Do you guys want to move to the next segment?
Yeah, although I would like to mention that probably Dean Ambrose breaks all these rules because he's the only one at Fastlane that doesn't have a license. Has to hitchhike everywhere.
It's true. He is an uncontracted wrestler.
He's just pedal to the metal. He doesn't know what's happening. He's
trained.
driving drunk.
He's driving drunk and he's hitchhiking and he's training in the desert.
It's like License to Drive if he was both Corys.
Yeah, both Corys.
It's like the Lost Boys if he was the old lady vampire.
It's like if in that movie Basketball, if like they didn't come up with their own like sort of situation where they get to do a sport that they invented.
It's like the Goonies without all the partial nudity.
Oh my god,
It's-
I love the Goonies.
Jesus goddamn Christ.
The best.
It's like the imitation game without all of those celebrity imitations.
Incredibly relevant.
I didn't see what it was about, but I just assumed it was like some kind of impressionist that did a lot of
Hey,
imitations.
you guys.
It started Garth from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
David Spade, is that his name?
Yep.
Next match.
It wasn't a match at all. No. It was the Druids. It was The Undertaker
Oh yeah.
I do
At
wonder
least his
sometimes.
theme song.
And like sometimes, like, you know, we're just sitting around and no one's really paying too much attention. We're just talking. But maybe it is one of those things, like if we did one of those movie theater things where you pay $15 and then you're watching it on a big screen, I bet a lot of this stuff would have been better because then we're forced to pay attention.
Could you imagine if you were stoned and drunk by yourself and you watched this pay-per-view by yourself?
That would just be very sad.
Yeah.
What's sad about that? I play video games by myself all the time.
Well, I'm imagining the theater thing too, and you're all by yourself and none of your friends would
That would
come.
be even better because afterwards you could put N64 on the theater screen.
And yeah, you see the Undertaker druids come in and you're looking around for confirmation, but all around you is only skeletons and robes.
I feel like that would give me nightmares.
That sounds like a nightmare I hadn't loved.
So anyway, we hear the Undertaker's music, so we're all like, what's happening?
It was like druid music, and then we were like, "What is this?" It's Undertaker, but you know what? And then the bong, the chime goes off, and everyone's like, "Undertaker is happening." Yeah.
Until a casket comes out, and we don't know who's in the casket.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much right away was like, I bet this is a Bray Wyatt thing. And then when I saw the casket, it's like, well, yeah, obviously now he's going to make fun of Undertaker somehow.
And for all time,
And I was right, by the way. Go on.
and for all time, I was sort of right. Whatever.
I still think it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I wish Undertaker came back for WrestleMania and beat up Brock Lesnar, but it's too late. That's not going to happen.
And for all time, Bray Wyatt promo in a coffin.
Yeah, he did the whole thing sitting in the coffin, and I thought to myself, anybody in the actual event is like, this is retarded.
You know, I think Bray Wyatt also should. It's time to lose the white pants. Like, he needs to wear his butcher smock from pay-per-views
I
all
think
the
he
time.
should wear whiter pants.
But because like, it made sense when he was the cult leader and he's got his weird pants and his Hawaiian shirt. But now that he doesn't have a cult anymore, I think he just needs to be the butcher. It's a better look.
He did actually have a stint on NXT. Did you see that when he was injured? He also came out with like a butcher smock.
Right.
Did you ever see that?
Not that, but at pay-per-views he has a thing like that sometimes. But I never saw the old NXT.
That's what I'm saying about it. I think that's an amazing gimmick for him to have over the next couple of years. He already has the thumb gouger. Like,
Right.
he's got like one of those thumb gimmicks. It's a leather wrist thumb holder, I guess is what you would call it. But he doesn't do like a thumb to throat move. But I think if he came out as the butcher, he came out with some sort of like blade gimmick. Actually, I'm going to that would work in CCW. That would work in 1998.
Yeah, what if we just had a big butcher knife and he just chop people's fucking arms and legs off?
Then that would make a great movie.
Just fucking hits them with their own limbs.
So I want to.
I do hope they put him in a WWE movie. That would rule, because that guy's a charismatic fucker.
Bray Wyatt,
Yeah.
Husky Harris incarnate.
We'd
a
be
horror movie
See No Evil 3 through 8.
Is that the name of the movie?
It's SEA.
Yeah,
It's a maritime adventure. It's a romp.
it's an ocean movie about
nautical
7
romp.
other movies.
That would be, imagine like some kind of weird Captain Ron remake or something with Bray Wyatt. That'd be great. Just unexpected.
What about just a Captain Ron remake?
Yeah. Or The Chaperone 2 with Bray Wyatt.
But we get Chris Elliott's daughter, Abby Elliott, and fucking make her the new captain.
I like it.
Yeah.
So at any rate,
What if they remade Moonwalker, but Bray Wyatt played Michael Jackson's part?
that would be a very... What if they did fucking Thriller, the video, and just had Bray Wyatt instead of Michael Jackson on that front?
What if they did the Imitation Game?
What if they redid WrestleMania 30 Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, except Michael Jackson takes over Bray Wyatt's part?
Or alternatively, they replace Bray Wyatt with Ric Flair.
What if they did all that stuff?
I've been drinking until you tell me, until you get too out of control.
Yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention to this promo. It didn't seem like one of his greatest ones, but he just said, Undertaker, go fuck yourself. I'm cooler than you. I'm not scared of you. I learned it from watching you.
Are you finished?
Sure.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, dun, 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 and his opponent from Bulgaria, the United States Champion, being led to the ring from Russia, Lana Rusev.
Ruchev, Machka.
Rusev Putskia. Dun, 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 dun.
And yeah, it was pretty cool. finally this pay-per-view, it did end okay. These last couple matches, not so bad.
If we're gonna like gloss over and talk about whatever we feel like talking about, we have to at least do that for this match too.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing that I noticed in this match. It kind of was like a regular back and forth, which you'll always hear out of me. But what we saw, I hit a note that I've never hit before.
Was it a C?
D sharp.
I don't know if I'll ever do it again.
Isn't that an E flat?
I don't know. Music.
But John Cena had a great showing, and of course he hits his classic shoulder, his classic tap out. Wait, no, damn it!
He did hit his classic tap out. No, he didn't even. He passed out.
No,
Oh yes.
I
Submission,
accidentally spoiled that
non-submission.
entire match. I think future me
Basically.
was like, "Shut up." How did you guys feel about this match? Because I thought it was very, very bland.
I didn't mind it. I guess I mostly liked the ending. I liked that Rusev, with minimal cheating, he just basically made John Cena pass the fuck out.
It was probably the cleanest match of the night, honestly.
There was a low blow and a little interference from Lana.
Oh, that's right.
But I guess that's the thing. Like, I've always felt like there's like, I don't know, I got to take the cheating somewhat seriously. Like, okay, you get a chance to cheat. Now is when you hit a guy with a rocket sledgehammer. You don't just like kick him in the balls. Like, basically, John Cena, I feel like, was already done for, and kicking him in the balls is not what pushed him over the edge.
And over this entire match, we sort of like it really felt like it felt good as a wrestling fan to watch this kind of match. John Cena really he got the rub from getting beaten by Rusev in this match in a weird way, because I was so angry with the fact that why do you have John Cena, who's clearly going to win, go up against Rusev, who's a United States champion, for the United States Championship?
And,
that seems completely ridiculous to me.
And Rusev never did quite hit, considering how long he's won for and how dominant he's been, he should be a little more monstrous than he is. And this might give him that little extra push to really be like, holy fuck, you really can't beat Rusev.
No, he absolutely got the crazy rub. Mark my words, a year from now, we're going to be like, fucking Rusev, fucking lol, Rusev wins. Fucking goddamn it, Rusev won that. He's beating Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns across this ring. Seth Rollins is still going to be that fucking golden child, though.
Wouldn't that be that weird, though? In the future, we're old men and we're watching WWE Network historical things, and they're like, Rusev, while never particularly popular, had an uninterrupted 30-year win streak. It just never stops.
I have nothing to say. That was the best outcome. However,
No one's quite sure who decided. It's just every week they're like, just let him win again.
I want to take this home real quick, and I'm going to do the same justice that WWE did to the match containing Daniel Bryan facing off against Roman Reigns. The loser of this match must go to Superstars. The winner of this match headlines WrestleMania.
It's for all the marbles.
Yes, every single marble was debated and also fucking gambled on this entire choice.
It's really strange too, right? Because so they want to push Roman Reigns. Like Mike was saying, he got a sticker book from the dollar store, and it's all Roman Reigns' giant, beautiful face. They love him so much.
And it is beautiful.
Right. And it's all right, so this is the guy you want, and you're going to cram him down my throat. That's fine. Okay, I can accept that. But you're like a worldwide, multi-million-dollar company. You got all the money and resources in the world to make this guy look cool, and instead he has a lame Rumble win and just a boring spear finish. Make me believe this guy is awesome.
Yeah, but you guys thought it was boring. I actually really like the spear.
Yeah, but this is the first time you've seen him do a spear, right? We've seen that 800 times. That's all he can do, or jump in the air and punch.
I wouldn't say 800 times. I'd say closer to 786 times.
Right.
Per day.
It's just, if you're really trying to make me believe this guy deserves to go to WrestleMania and fight Brock Lesnar, build it up, really do something awesome.
Unless that's the niche for the next month, he's going to get trashed on how he doesn't deserve it, and then he's going to be the underdog who gives a stellar performance.
Yeah, well, we already went through that after the Rumble.
Yeah, this is kind of what's kind of been going on. Yeah, so you pretty much called it, but they're just not really. They're not. I don't know.
I think the ultimate end to this possible outcome is Daniel Bryan continues to just sort of stay at the top of the mid card. I'd almost expect from now on Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler feud with each other forever until the point that they're the only two people left to actually win titles anymore in a sort of Rock Triple H, Rock Austin, like John Cena, Edge situation.
And then Daniel Bryan piggybacks on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler holds his legs, and they wrestle as one named Daniel Ziggler.
See, that's good writing.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Wear a giant trench coat around them both.
And one of those masks the Ninja Turtles wear. So
Okay, guys, let's take it back. Let's take it back. I didn't mean to get that philosophical with it. What I meant to say, Jesus Christ, don't get. You know what? It's not that abstract. We're trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future of the WWE, based on WWE Fastlane. That's how we enunciate. Holy shit, man. WrestleMania is going to be a fucking disaster if they do not fix those glowing problems that happened in a radioactive way at WWE Fastlane, man.
I mean, there's two main things. Everyone loved Daniel Bryan for two reasons. One, he's a great wrestler, and he's charismatic and good on the mic. Roman Reigns doesn't have either of those two things.
No,
That's a problem.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why no one is really into him. And I think if they want to push him for whatever reason, he just needs to be way better on the mic because he's really dull.
Yeah, and it does seem like I can't really like if they give him the belt at Mania. It's like, man, that seems weird. Like all this the year-long Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker craziness ends for this. But if it goes the other way and Brock just destroys Roman, it's still like, well, that could have been someone else. That could have been Seth Rollins or something.
The greatest possible outcome at this point is they literally just do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
And then Seth Rollins uses Money in the Bank.
Nope.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Come on. Follow me through this match.
I'm listening.
They have a great, like, it's not even like Brock Lesnar can keep doing the, like, slams to him. It's more like they just clash like a classic pair of old school individuals. But then Brock Lesnar, of course, gets the German suplex train going. But on top of that, we get Roman Reigns doing the old WMD, which is what it's called, and the Big Show Spear, which is also what it's called. And on top of that, we just have Brock Lesnar choke slam and tombstone. Like, just do the fucking... Brock Lesnar is so great.
He really is. It's true.
And that's the finish to WrestleMania 31.
So thank you for joining us for NPR Notable Pro Wrestling Remembered.
I thought we were on Serial.
The Serial Network. New murders every day we'll try to solve. That's about right.
A man murdered another man. Because of the fact that a lot of things that happened in his life were a lot crucial to the fact that he went on a tangent and made sure that that man was dead. We find out in the next hour why this man died. And that man wanted to kill that other man. That was my impression of Serial.
This is bang on.
All right, KeithCourage.com. You can find this podcast. Let's get the fuck out of here.
No, there's one more match, man.
There isn't.
No,
What?
there isn't.
Oh, Gold Dust Stardust, right?
No, I thought I thought the main event was those other guys.
Oh, then, well, the very last match was this week's NXT. It was pretty good.
No, that's the greatest.
That was the main event. Well, what wasn't it?
Yes.
Then Curtis Axel hits the ring and points at the WrestleMania sign.
Oh wait, hold on. This has been Smarkamania. Our founders and fathers are men and women.
So
What?
get Smark.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. All right, I'm turning this off.
Hold on. You can find me on Spider Hero anywhere you look.
Get Smart.
Do you guys want to promote anything? You guys gonna throw in?
Mike, niceguyscomedy.com.
Go there. Goodbye, Julia.
Julia's broken.
We're not very professional here at NPR.
That's the end. Cereal.
C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. C'est vrai, c'est un miracle. Hey. Ist der Typ, der mich nicht begrüßt. Das Leben ist immer nur zu gross in seinen kleinen Füßen. Beugt nicht, wieso büßt, wieso müsst. Es wäre es nichts, wo ihm das Leben versüßt. Schon bei der Geburt verspätet und als Kind verspotten. Denkt nach, was nur verbockt hat. Und umgerechnet dann, wenn nicht damit gerechnet hat, den Film gehört und das Blatt gewendet. Hat zum Leben
le temps passe, il prend d'âge plus sage dans son discours. Retour vers le futur, il se remet à croire en la vie. L'amour, elle voit autrement la mort, passe son chemin quand on veut le tirer en dehors du jour. Au lendemain, c'est le résultat d'une prière, il reprend ses cartes en main, voit l'horizon jusqu'à la mer du jour. Au lendemain, est-ce que le résultat d'une prière c'était maintenant ou jamais? On tient pas compte d'hier.
C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. C'est vrai, c'est un miracle.
Hey, voyait noir, il fond de ses yeux rouges. Il voulait l'or, et pas simplement que ça bouge. Ce mec aurait tué un pote juste pour pas rester sur la touche. À croire les mots qui sortaient de sa bouche. Un barge en marge, mais si proche de tous. Il toussait déjà malgré ses idées larges. Il cherchait l'ascenseur du premier au dernier étage. Sois-en sûr qu'il aurait terminé en cage, sous terre ou dans le mur sans tourner la page.
Le Rat von der kleinen Pfadfinder Schatztruhe. Nicht mal Patrouille, steht noch seine Nachtruhe. Die anderen lachen ruhig, sie haben ja die Macht zu tun. Mach mal Platz, Bub, es gibt noch viel zu tun. Jeder hat einen Augenblick verdient, was die Sonne nur für ihn scheint. Welt in Ordnung, das bedeutet enorm viel, klein wie die Schweizer Währung. Shit, was wäre, wenn der Typ das wäre? Das wäre. C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle.
C'est vrai, c'est un miracle. Hey.
C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle. Ce monde de riches que j'ai, c'est vrai. Hey. C'est un miracle.
C'est vrai, c'est un miracle.